introduction of myself. So I'm Akash More. So I founded the investment education community. It's a place where people learn about investments and learn about how to do the right investments, how to park their funds nicely, how to invest into stocks, how to start earning by investing money into stocks. So this is what I teach, and I also teach about personal finance, how to build your emergency funds, how to plan your loans, how to set up your health insurance, life insurance, everything I teach people. And I have a community called Investment Education Community. We are a community for 400 people where I teach people about all these things. So if you're not part of my community, you can join my community. The link is in the bio. In my bio, the link is there. So you can join that. And today, the special guest that we have is Harshada Sagade. So she has created her own community called Learning Fun Zone. So it is a community about teaching kids about coding and like building their abilities, their analytical abilities, just by teaching them some coding games, by teaching them to how to build some simple apps using some code blocks. So this is what she's going to tell us today. So Harshada, over to you. You can share about yourself. What?
Yeah, hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, my name is Harshada, and I have a 10 years of experience in IT, and I've started this community called Learning Fun Zone, especially for kids. This coding community, we will be teaching kids a journey. It will be a journey for kids to learn coding, and it right from scratch junior, scratch up to Python. So we will have everything gamified for kids, and
Your background. What do you do right now? Or what is your background? You can share a little bit about that.
okay, sure. So yeah, so I'm from Pune, and I've worked in MNCs, and it's about 10 years now. And I've already like I was very passionate about teaching coding to kids especially, and from actually my mother had a coaching classes before, right? And she used to teach coding, and I was introduced to computers, to the world of computers and coding quite early. And I think that was the best time of my life where I enjoyed coding, and it was a enjoyable experience to understand all the concepts of coding and to design your own games, to design your own things. And back then, now after now now that I am a mother, so I've also taught my daughter. So now she's just 5 years old, and I taught her Scratch Junior. And I just understood like how much creative they are. Like I taught her some basic tools, and she's able to design some astronaut games and whatnot, right? So it's much better than what I had taught her. So that gave me a like a surprise. It was a surprise for me that even these small kids are getting such good opportunities. At when we were kids, we did not have these things, right? And we used to focus on skills like learning something more difficult, or something like we need some more technical things like more mathematics or learn more tables, so that will help us. But when I have grown up, I know like what skills are actually required, right? That what exactly works, like the basic analytical thinking, the basic critical thinking skills, the creativity. So all these things are very important and crucial for living a successful life. So something is missing in the education system. That is what I think. Like we are just kids are just learning some things, and that is not at all useful when actually they are working, right? So we need to teach them some hobbies where their creativity blossoms, right? So if your child is creative, right, what would you give them? You will give them some coloring books, or you will give them crayons and let them draw, right? So you will take them to a drawing class, and that's all, right? But after some
Yeah.
maybe 10 years, when you're cleaning the house, you will just throw them. You will not keep them after they're grown up. But now that we are living in this digital world, we have this opportunity, like whatever we can do, like digital arts. So if we create something nice from learning animation or digital arts, so we can keep it forever, and it is growing. So That is my vision. And I want to create a community or a corner just for kids. Like if they have this community where they have some fellow friends and beyond the geographical borders, and they can communicate with each other, they are learning with each other, and they're sharing what projects they have made. And as a team also, there are many things planned that I have started. And
Yeah.
we also have a YouTube channel that is Learning Fun Zone, so you can go ahead and check out that as well. So right from Scratch Junior, Scratch, Python, Turtle, and many things are lined up in that for kids to understand. So
Yeah.
that is what my vision is. Like just, and some people might say that I feel like coding is not just for like I don't want my kid to become a programmer, so why shall I teach them, right? But just like you teach swimming to your kids, right? So you teach swimming to your kids. You don't want him to be an Olympic swimmer, right? But still you teach him. Why? Because you want him to
Essential
be.
skill.
It is a life skill, right? Yeah,
Skill, yeah.
it is an essential skill, correct? Yeah. So coding, some people might think that coding is like something like Java or web development and data science and all that. It is like very difficult stuff. So why are we teaching it to kids? But it is a total different concept. Like for kids, it is the same basic concepts are the same, but it is more enjoyable, more fun, more colors, more blocks, and it really makes them happy and confident when they create such games and share it. So that is a different concept,
I
but
believe like
they will learn many things. The approach
yeah.
is different.
I
Yeah.
believe like yeah, I believe like we are limiting their opportunities by not giving them opportunity to learn, explore something more. So I think like kids have a lot of abilities in their early age to grasp a lot of things. At an early age, they have their mind is open and they can grasp a lot of things. But we are only restricting them to only few things that are rote learning, not giving them any practical learning in their days when they have a lot of abilities to learn, and they have like very strong abilities to start grasping things and learning things. But in this time, we give them only rote learning, I guess. So this is something which is different, and it is very interesting as well. Yeah, so I think it is very interesting to learn this thing, and yeah, we are all inspired by this, by your initiative. Thank you so much for sharing this to the world.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So I wanted to just ask you, what is your approach to coding? Like, how do you teach children about coding? Like, what is Scratch Junior and what is all this about Scratch? So can you tell in layman language what is Scratch Junior and what is your approach to coding? How is it different from the other people that they are teaching coding to kids?
Yeah. So Scratch Junior is basically for kids from age 4 to 8. So they are very small, right? So they do not even sometimes understand what are the words and what to say. So they are very small. So what do we give to such kids? We give them puzzles, right? We give them some puzzles to
Yeah.
join and block. So these blocks, and the same way the Scratch Junior is been designed so that it doesn't have any words or it doesn't have the code part, but it just has some colorful blocks. So with the help of those blocks, they can just drag and drop them and add some movement, add some animation, and create beautiful games from that. So I'm also adding these games on my YouTube channel for them to understand. And yeah, so it is very easy to learn, and it's very they feel very create like they can enhance their creativity with such games. So as I said, I had taught my 5-year-old daughter some basics. I did not even teach her all the details, but still she was able to grasp it and create a wonderful game. So I can really
Yeah.
believe that these kids have lot of potential, and we should, as technology is growing, we should give them some exposure for that for some time. So instead of just mindlessly watching some Chota Beam, or I don't have any grudges of like anything about Chota Beam, but they're just mindlessly consuming technology, and it is impossible that we just stop them from technology, right? They are
Yeah.
mindlessly going into video games and doing watching some reels and something. So instead of that, why do not we teach them and make them create something new, right? So it will make them happy and it will increase their confidence.
Yeah. So even like my 2-year kid, right? So even I had a difficult time to get him out of the mobile phone. He had got into this like watching mobile phone reels like watching YouTube shorts. Just used to be on YouTube for a lot of time. It was very difficult for me to get him out. So technology is like good, but it's like a two-edged sword. So you have to use it in the right way. So that's what I think you are doing. So helping children learn technology, but in the right way. Because technology is there, everything is there, but we need to use it in the right way, and we need someone to guide us to use it in the right way. So I think Learning Fun Zone is doing something that is helping people to learn technology the right way. So thank you for this.
Yes. And really, the power of community also we are trying to incorporate in this. Like many kids are alone right there. Like their mothers are working and they feel alone. Or if even if their mothers are there at home, but it is not possible 100% to give that time to that kids. So if they learn
Right.
some new skill in that time, just sitting at home, and if they have some awesome community out there, so it will increase their confidence as well. So yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. So like
I think we have lost. Your internet is lagging, is it, Akash?
I think I switched. That's why.
Yeah.
So how does it affect children? Like how does it boost their confidence, and how do they like improve like by learning this coding? So can you tell us something about it? And there
Yeah.
is a question by
So
Dilna Rajesh as well. What are the requirements for learning? And only mobile is it okay? So you can answer this question, then move to my question, I guess.
yeah, sure. So requirements are like basic laptop or computer or a tablet also would work. Mobile, it might be a little difficult. You can download Scratch Junior in your mobile, and but it will be a little difficult for them to learn. But Scratch Junior, you can do it from mobile. But I would recommend using a tab or a laptop or a computer, desktop, whatever is possible.
That's great. Thank you for this. So like yeah. So the next question was about like how does it impact children? Like now how does it impact them after they learn this thing? So what is the change that we see in their lives? So as you have done in your own child's life, so and must have helped some students also. So what is the change that happens generally by this,
Yeah.
by learning this?
Yeah. So see, instead of I just said like instead of just becoming a consumer of technology, they are creating. So creating your just imagine if you have created your own game or some animation or a story of your own, and that much that joy is like they feel so super creative. So now the way you see the things that changes. I mean, if you see a normal cartoon, then also you are thinking like, okay, how might have we created this character? Now how this is going? So the thinking of these kids changes, and their confidence increases in and out of the classroom. So if you are able to do something awesome, right? You are able to solve some problem, then you feel awesome, right? So that increases
Yes,
their
yes,
confidence
yes.
that I can do anything, and it is possible for me to conquer the world. So that is what I want them to
Yeah.
achieve in life, that confidence and that happiness of creating something new.
Yeah, I think there is a change in the belief system that I can achieve this thing, and there is a sense of accomplishment that comes by doing some things like this. And also, like their mind gets programmed as well. Like there is a reprogramming of the mind, and like they learn a lot of cognitive abilities and a lot of different abilities that come, I think, in children by learning this
Yes,
coding. I guess. Yeah, there is a
yes.
question by Delna Rajesh. So, like, if you have to use a computer, do they need to know computer basics before they begin?
No, like basic, I will be teaching from the basic introduction to computers. So each and everything they will be learning in Learning Fun Zone itself. So there is no prerequisite. And as the like as my approach of teaching is like everything will be taught as per their current whatever uh, abilities. So no worries if they do not know anything, it will be taken care of. We will be teaching from the introduction to computers.
Great, 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 great. So, could you share about something about the community, like what kind of community you have, and how does it help? Like this community, how does it help, like children? So, having a community, how does it help, like in their growth? You can share something on that.
Yeah. So we have seen in pandemic, right? In COVID pandemic, like everybody was at home and was not able to go out. So all the schools were online and the kids were at home. So we were all were able to see our relatives online and we were checking like, okay, like, so that was a good feeling, right? We were able to connect with technology, with the family, with technology also. So in the same way, if our kids
Yeah.
have our support, like where they can share their projects, they can collaborate with each other, make friends, like without any geographical borders. Now, our kids can talk only with our area people, right? If they are in one school in,
Yeah.
suppose, Pune, so they cannot talk with kids from Bangalore. So or they cannot talk with kids from UK. So if we have some community like this, where everybody is learning and everybody has a learning curve. So they will be sharing it with each other. They can create something new. They can have some teams and collaborate. So the possibilities are endless. They have a community help together. So we are working on creating this community online and creating a website for Learning Fun Zone for this.
Can you share something about your curriculum? Like, what kind of curriculum do you have, and how does it help children? Like, can you share something about your curriculum? How do you teach? Like, what is the curriculum of your that you have?
Yeah. Yeah. So we have designed it like a game, just like a video game. The levels, there are levels of this, right? So the first level is for Scratch Junior. So these are the youngest kids. So that will be from age 4 to 8. And the second will be Scratch. So that will be from 8 to 11. And the third will be Python, Turtle, and that will be for teenagers. So further, we want to expand it as well. So it will be like Codable, Tinker, Python, game development. But basically, first three we are targeting like Scratch Junior. And Scratch is already in school, right? So Scratch is nowadays already compulsory to learn in school. So we are focusing on that and giving different games in that and Python.
So, Scratch. What does Scratch mean for a layman? Like, for suppose anyone who is not connected with Scratch. So, what does Scratch mean? Is it a code of blocks that we need to put together, or what is it about exactly?
Yeah, so it is a block-based programming language. So it is just it has everything like just the basics are same like programming. So it will have the loops, it will have the variables, it will have everything, the logic part. But it will the syntax part is easier in kids. So it will be in colorful blocks. So we will have to use them and we can create a program using those.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what are the challenges in learning like this? Can you share some challenges? What challenges do like children face in learning this? There are the challenges like now, you're able to overcome these challenges, children like.
Yeah. So one of the most children face is like they get stuck somewhere and they feel overwhelmed because we know that coding is tough, right? It is not that easy. But sometimes they might feel that frustrated that I don't know how to do this and I don't have anyone to ask like how to come out of this. So even if there are parents, but the parents are not in a position to help them. So that is the where we can help, and if they can just ask for help, then we will be helping them and figuring it out, like how to come out of that problem and answer it, like how to come to the solution.
Next question is like, what is the future of coding? Like, how do you see like, how will coding grow in the few coming days, and like, how will kids get helped by like learning this coding? So, what do you see the future as?
Yeah. So the technology is rapidly advancing, right? Everybody knows, like in every background now, in every industry now, like we will be needing coding, right? So you never know, right? So these skills are very essential now, and basically the mindset of that kid is very important, and you never know, your kid might do this, learn this, and he might be the developer of a famous app after some time. So it's just that might be the future, right? So we should there are endless opportunities, and I feel that we should if your kid has that passion and interest for learning, we should encourage them to do that.
Even myself, I am also a software engineer. I also do coding in my day-to-day job. So yeah, I know like the importance of coding and importance like we can do so many things through coding, and like we can get a lot of things done through coding, and we can save a lot of time and energy that is getting used up in the different things. So I guess like this is something like which is going to help a lot of people, and it is the future. Like coding is going to be the future, and even AI comes and whatever comes, like will still need people who need to code in the future as well. And this when they learn, children learn in the starting at their early age. Whatever we learn at early age, that gets imprinted throughout our life, I guess. So I think this is something really amazing. So I think that will be the
Yeah,
future,
and
I guess, right, Ashok?
the out of the box, yeah, yeah, and the main focus should not be just creating, but the mindset that is important, like the out of the box thinking, the gamification, and the analytical thinking, the creativity. So that grows, right? So even if they become big and they are not related to the field, but still the skills that they develop, so that is very important for them to grow in life.
Yeah. So there is one question in the chat. So like, how long does it take for a child to complete the basic modules? So if you can share something about it. What is the duration of this course, or how much is the time like it requires for completing the basic modules and like different modules which are there? You can share something about it.
Yeah, so it will be depending upon, it will be a self-paced one. So the course which I've created, it will be a self-paced one. So it depends. So it will be for kids. It depends upon the speed of the child, and we will be weekly helping them about what is the progress and telling them new things. So it depends. Like three months would be enough for understanding the basics and creating their own programs and projects. And after that as well, it is endless, right? So we will be meeting every week, and then we will be teaching new projects further. Yeah.
So is this an online training or a offline training, or how does it happen? Like, can you share something about it? Like,
Yeah, basically it is an online training. So and they can join from home, and it is self-paced as well as one-to-one. So both ways we are planning to start it.
yeah. I think once a year or once a 6 months we can get kids together, and like you can also get a live this thing. You can meet them live, and like they can show their miracles, I think, to all of us.
Yeah,
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 all the
yeah. We're
people.
planning about those. Yeah, codathons or something like that for kids, some competitions and games. Yeah. So as I said, possibilities are endless, and I just want them to develop these skills and be happy. And yeah, once we have happy kids, we know that the world would be happy. So that is my vision, and I want them to be successful in that. And we have to nurture kids, and we have to make them enjoy what they're learning. It's not just like what do we say in Hindi, like ratta baji, right? We just mug up and just throw
Yeah,
it out in exams. So that skills are not at all important, right, in this generation. Now we have to be raising smart kids, and we have to teach them to come out of this, like just mugging up and learning it, and just
yeah.
not understanding what to do with life. So they have to do something new. They have to learn many different skills, not only coding, public speaking, many other things. But this is one of the most important skills we have to teach our new generation now.
Right. Yeah, even as I think about my own life, like we have in the childhood, we have learned so many things, we have learned so many subjects, but they are not of such importance. Like we don't understand a lot of things from it. Like, and these things can be Googled now. So we feel like what time we have spent a lot of things, even in engineering, we have spent a lot of time, and all these things we have done, but practical value is zero of what we have learned. Most of the things that we learned are zero,
Exactly.
because that those things can be Googled now. So and that's what we'll do now. But these things like the building these abilities and like doing some things on your own, that will I think enhance the power of children like anything. So this is something that will be like practically important for them to learn, and this will give them a practical experience, nice experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and practical knowledge is what is really important. And I really agree with you. Like whatever we do, even in engineering, right? As I am also
Yeah.
an engineer, so we know like
Yeah.
exactly things that we do and what exactly things we required. Right now, I don't think that the next generation will even need to do engineering. So even 10th, 12th pass people are in foreign. You can see like they are able to code and they are able to get jobs. So why
Yeah.
are we not understanding these things? Why are we doing so many things, so easy things late, and we are doing something else and wasting the years of our life, right? So if we teach them, so I don't think
Yeah.
they will have to even learn many new things. They are already equipped by the time they're teenagers, and they might start earning by
Right.
teenage as well. So we need
Yeah.
to teach them only practical things, make them understand the importance of these things
Yeah.
in
I
an
remember in
enjoyable
schools
way.
and colleges,
And
like, yeah. I remember in schools and colleges, like we used to just copy those assignments, copy it from someone and just write it down, copy like 20, 30, 50 pages in every subject and like submit those assignments. And no one would check that assignments as well. Like they'll just keep that assignments and keep that big pile of those assignments will come there. But it's of no use actually. Practically, there is no use of it.
yeah,
So that's what is happening right now in the current education system. And like your and my goal is similar goal. We want to redefine the education system now. I'm there to redefine the financial education system, and you are there to redefine the educational system. So yeah, we are in the same boat. We're trying to help people in the different ways. I'm helping through finance, and you are helping through by redefining the actual education system. So yeah, that's great. And I wanted to know what is your advice for the parents who are thinking about like teaching their children coding or like joining learning fun zone? So what your advice to them? What is your advice to them?
yeah. So just see that the possibilities are endless, and just see what is the interest of your child, what is the passion. You can just try to introduce them, and uh, just like I said, like for a swimmer, right? For a swimmer, you don't need to teach them swimming just because they want to be a swimmer. So for parents, it might be a difficult thing. Like I don't want my kid to be a programmer. I want him to go to hotel management, but that is not the thing, right? It is for him to grow their skills. It is for him to express himself, understand new things, to understand his concepts and develop as an individual. So that is, and
Yeah.
if we get that the child is getting the joy of creation, right? So that child will really progress in any field. So that is the essential skills for these days now. And even
I
for
just
mental health also, it is
yes.
very important. If they are happy, so they will not face any issues in teenage time, right? So nowadays we see many kids are getting many anxiety issues, ADHD. So why these things are occurring in kids? Because they are not given the direction, the mentorship, and they are just simply thrown out like into the technology wave. So if they are in the technology, they have to understand how to use it. So we have to be there to mentor them and teach them what is the way
Yeah.
going forward.
Got it. Yeah, yeah, great. Yeah. So even I feel like like you shared the examples about swimming and all these things, and like I just remembered another analogy which is similar to this about like if you want to learn to swim, as our mentor also says, Siddharth Rajshekhar tells us, like if you want to learn to swim, you have to get into the water and then swim. If you want to learn to code, you have to get into the coding and then you have to learn. If you want to learn maths, you have to actually solve maths problem. Just by reading code, just by reading maths, or just by just seeing reading a books on swimming, you cannot swim. Same thing is with coding as well, right? So we have to start doing things maybe step by step, but that's what will help us,
Yeah, and
help our children as well.
as I said, coding for adults is very different thing, and for kids it is a very
Yeah,
different approach. It is colorful, it has blocks, and many people are not aware. So that is also important thing. Like we have to make our kids aware that so this thing is there, and you can just do it and enjoy. And it's just like we have to just teach them, show them the path, and they are very smart. As I said, that my own daughter, I just showed her the basic things and she was able to develop an astronaut game. So I was shocked to see like even one of my student, I just told him some basic in Scratch and he designed a cricket game. So I was shocked to see
amazing.
like how could he do that? He's just second standard or now he's in third standard. So I just was blown out. Like we just have to give them that opportunity, and if they have that passion, they will join. They will do it. So they will be able to do it. So, and if they have the proper mentoring guidance, so that is an enjoyable process. So learning is fun in our learning fun zone. So we cannot just delete the fun from it and just make them do. So that is very important.
Got it. Yeah. So another question which is there in the chats, like what is the minimum age to join the course? So can you share what is the minimum age for like someone who wants to join the course?
Yeah, so for Scratch, it is 7 years plus 7 to 11, 13. And for Scratch Junior, it is 4 to 8. And so that Scratch Junior is for small kids and Scratch is for 7 plus. And for teenagers, I'm also planning for Python, Turtle, animation. So basic animation and Turtle. And you can do digital arts and all for teenagers and Python. So
Got it.
Python I will be introducing,
So
but in a step-by-step way. So it will be in a gamified way.
yeah.
Yeah.
Starting from age 4, I think children will get into this, right? So like, so whatever you're teaching.
Yeah, yeah.
Great, great, great. So I hope you got your answer, Arti. Let us know in the chat if you have got your answer. If you have any other question, you can ask. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So like I have another like the next question that I have is like if someone wants to join this learning fun zone, so how can they join in learning fun zone, and if you can share something like how they can join your community, and like they want to help your children to learn coding, so what is the process to it?
Yeah. So we have a YouTube channel as well. So you can just check out the Learning Fun Zone YouTube channel and subscribe to it. You can also personally DM me on Instagram. And we have a website launching in a few days. So I'm planning to start this online courses and the community with this. So it will be launched in a few days. But meanwhile, you can just DM me. So I will give you a free one-to-one call for this, and I will also give you some free PDFs to start with, and we can start the coding journey together. So I will be
I
guiding you
think
for that. So you can just DM me if you're interested, and for the
do you
website as
have a
well, I
website or
will update
something
you once it is up.
where they can? Yeah, sure. Do you have a website or
Yes,
something like that where they can come and they can see something there and they can join the community from there
yeah,
somewhere?
yeah,
Yeah, if
yeah.
you can
You
share
can.
that.
It will be launched in a few days. So you can just DM me meanwhile, and I will guide you. And for now, you can just check out our YouTube channel as well, and Instagram also.
Yeah.
You can just join me through DM,
Yeah. So
and
you
I will
can
be
just
sharing a free one-to-one call with you and free PDF as well for starting for your kid according to your kid.
yeah. So she will give you a personalized one-to-one session for you if you want to join her learning fun zone. If you want your kid to learn about coding, you can just DM her on Instagram. She's there on Instagram. Her Instagram handle is learning fun zone. So you can DM her and like you can ask her any questions that you have, and you schedule a one-to-one with her, and then you can join her community, like if you like it. Yeah. And also visit her YouTube channel and subscribe to her YouTube channel. So let's support her in this cause. Yeah. Yeah. We'll take some questions
Yeah,
if
thank.
there are any questions in the chat. So we'll take some questions. Yeah, if you have any other questions, please put in the chat. So we'll have if there are any other questions. Just going through the questions before we have missed any question. Just saying. Please share the link to YouTube channel. If you can share in the live chat, that's also nice. Afterwards, you can put it in the chat here as well. Your link to the YouTube channel, so like people get to
Yeah,
learn.
yeah,
So you can share your YouTube channel name here, so maybe people
yeah,
can
yeah, sure.
come to your YouTube channel.
It's learning. It's the same. It's the same learning fun zone. So I will share it in the chat again.
Yeah, yeah, sure, 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 sure. Yeah. So it was great interacting with you, Archana, and it was like a very lively session. A lot of questions got answered by a lot of people, and it was a great learning for me as well, like how we can help children learn about coding and different different things that are there right now. So even I was not aware about Scratch Junior. So this is something completely new for me. Even though I'm into the coding part, I do myself coding, but I was not aware about these things which are there and how children can actually make use of so many things. So and learn these things. So I was not aware of these code blocks and everything. But thank you for helping us learn about this thing. And I'm sure it will help a lot of people who are listening to this live session or either the recorded session. I think it will be helping a lot of people. Yeah. So just to
Yeah,
summarize,
so that is the thing. Like, people need to be aware, and you can personally DM me. And I'm also planning in this summer to start to teach kids. So I might even take a 7 day workshop for understanding Scratch Junior for kids. So maybe you just DM me. So if I am taking this, I will be telling you about the details. Yep. So
yeah.
I would really like to
So you
introduce
can just
this to kids.
follow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just follow her on Instagram, Learning Fun Zone. You can follow on Instagram. You can follow me also on Instagram and learn a lot of like we'll have a lot of live sessions like this where we'll learn a lot of things like this. So today our guest Harshada was there. We'll have similar guests in the future. So just follow us on Instagram and get started with learning a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Akash,
Thank
and
you,
thank you
Harshada. I
everyone for
think
joining. It was great
yeah,
interacting
we have
with
got a lot of
everyone.
questions
Yep,
today, and we are very
yep,
grateful to you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, thank you and bye bye.
yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot. Good day. Bye bye.